She's Christina.
And he's Ed.
And we're here with the Let's Cook project.
With Kitchen Social. So before we start cooking, what do we have to do?
We have to follow these easy 6 steps. So,
first one, tie back your hair.
Remove any loose jewelry.
Roll up your sleeves or just wear short ones.
Wash your hands.
Put on a clean apron.
And ensure that your food prep area and equipment is clean and ready to go.
Okay, so today we are cooking a chickpea and sweet potato curry.
So we have some cumin, some sweet potato. We have some, some cold pressed oil, some chopped tomatoes.
Tomatoes.
Some coconut milk, some chickpeas. And it's actually funny because in America they call it garbanzo beans. I don't know why, but a clove of garlic, 2 cloves of garlic actually. Key word to remember, cloves, not bulbs. I have some ginger, chili flakes, some coriander, and finally some onion. So first things first is you're gonna need to chop the onion and garlic. Remember the position you wanna have it in is the bridge position.
Yeah, like that.
Form the train position.
Like this?
Yeah, just a bit of an angle to avoid the bottom, to cut down directly. Avoiding the bottom, because you know what they say, hairy bottom, you cut the bottom, you start crying. Guard position.
Like that?
Yeah.
And start chopping?
Yep, just firm slices. There we go. Easy does it. Your hand and just give it a firm pressing. Just to get the skin off.
There we go. All right, so where am I gonna place my fork again?
I'm gonna place it at the end of the clove.
So over here?
Yeah, firmly inside, and then there we go. Nicely done.
So what's next?
Okay, so now you're gonna peel and grate the ginger.
Okay, so for this, I'm gonna use a spoon. Well, first of all, when you use the spoon, it's not like dangerous, but also it doesn't take too much of the ginger away. Am I gonna grate that?
Yes, you are.
Do it this way.
Yep. Nicely. There we go. Voila.
Because I don't like waste.
Yeah.
So for everyone at home that wants to get the annoying siblings out of sight, out of mind, you can get them to cut up the coriander whilst you're doing the proper stuff.
Hi, I'm James from the Let's Cook project, and today we're going to talk all about herbs and how you can prepare them. So as you will see, I've got a whole array of herbs, a veritable garden full of herbs in front of me. And there's a few golden rules that you need to know about when you're dealing with herbs. The first rule is if it's hard, you use it at the beginning of your cooking, and if it's soft, you use it at the end. So if you're using dried herbs like we've got here, put them in at the beginning of your cooking when you're frying off your onions and your garlic and all of those kind of ingredients, because it will give them a chance to infuse your dish with lots of flavour. If you put them in at the end, you'll just get like a dry, nasty taste. Fresh herbs, like these ones, we've got hard herbs and soft ones as well. I don't bay leaf it, it's a bay leaf. This is really common in stocks and sauces and things like that. This one here is oregano, or if you're American and saying it, it's oregano. And that's an Italian herb used really commonly on pizzas. If you've got the inclination, I've got the thyme. This is used a lot of the time in roast meat dishes, that kind of thing. Goes really well with onions. And who knows where my rosemary grows, but it's here because it's rosemary, and this is really good with roast lamb. This stuff here, when we're moving on to the soft herbs, this is sage, and this goes really well with onion. You might have had it in a stuffing. These are chives, and these are actually a relative of the onion family, so they're related to onions, they're related to garlic, they're related to leeks. This stuff here at the back is parsley, and it's more than just an ingredient to scatter on at the end of cooking as a garnish. It's actually used an awful lot in all sorts of different dishes. and is almost virtually like a salad leaf in its own right. And this stuff here at the front, this is basil, another really commonly used herb in Italy, and they smell amazing. So what we're going to do is we're going to show you how to prepare the herbs. So I'm going to snip off some of these chives. And you might think, I need to get my knife and do all of this business. Now, the risk of doing this is that you've got a knife that's incredibly close to your fingers. So there's a very strong risk of you cutting yourself. There's also a very strong risk, especially if your knife isn't sharp enough, that all you're really doing is mashing up your herbs. And you're putting all of the flavour from these herbs onto your chopping board, and it won't end up in your dish. So we're going to forget that, get rid of our knife, and we're actually going to get a pair of scissors. Just an ordinary pair of scissors and an ordinary mug. And we're going to take our herbs, this time the chives, so we've actually now got a bald pot of chives, and we're going to start by snipping the chives into. Then this is where you have to be able to do two things at once. You're going to take your cup and you're going to spin it round, and you're going to snip with your scissors, and you're going to be like the human blender. You're going to be Brenda the blender, and you're going to snip and twist and snip and twist until you've got all of those herbs, all of that flavour, everything that you want to go into your dish, ready to go. And that is herbs.
I've chopped it up for you.
Thank you. All right, so I've got one potato left. And then I'll get back to you. So now what am I going to do?
So now you're going to finely chop these lovely sweet potatoes into squares.
Instead of squares, we're going to do cubes.
That's right.
And chop it up into smaller bits so it's easier to manage. When it's big, you can get a parent or an adult, big brother, sister to help you. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to slice it so that it's flat and easier to cut.
Okay.
See how easy that is?
Not bad.
So what do we do now?
Now, let's cook.
Cold oil, cold.
That's correct. It takes a certain level of mastery.
You're going to add the onions, the garlic, and the ginger.
Okay.
And we're just gonna let the flavors combine for a couple minutes. What are we gonna do? We're gonna add the cumin, right?
That's correct.
Yeah. What I love about this dish is the fact that you don't really need that many expensive ingredients or that many spices. It's really tasty, just simple and as it is. All right, so now I'm gonna add the cumin. Oh, just sort of
nicely done.
And we're gonna let the flavors combine again.
That's correct.
Anyway, what are we gonna do now?
Okay, so now we are going to add these lovely delicacies.
All right. So now that the flavors have combined and the sweet potatoes have gotten a bit of color, we are going to add the rest of the ingredients.
Okay, so I'm firstly gonna add some of my finely chopped coriander.
Yeah.
Some chili flakes. And then some garbanzo beans. Tomatoes in there. There we go. Put that in.
Do you like your curry spicy?
Yes, I do. How about you?
Me too. All right, what's the final ingredient?
Coconut milk.
So now we've added all the ingredients. We just need to let it cook for 20 minutes to half an hour.
Okay.
Or until it thickens. So now the curry is finished cooking. It looks so good. It's thickened up, the potatoes have cooked. Looks really good. There's really nice color. Smells good as well. Okay, so what's next? So what is the dish?
So this is essentially something that you can serve alongside the curry to help cool it in case that's too spicy. So what do we have here? We have some mint sauce, half a cucumber, some lemon, a clove, not a bulb, garlic, and some yogurt. Did you know that cucumber is 90% water?
No, I did not know that.
Well, now you do. So what I'm gonna do first is, I'm gonna have it like this, assume the bridge position, and just cut it in half. I'm gonna scoop out the seedy bit. Get all of that out.
For this recipe, but the gooey bit of the cucumbers, nothing wrong with it.
Grate it away. Nice and easy. You see this? It takes technique, it takes skill. When you get towards the end, it's okay to stop. It's better to have a bit of waste than lose your fingers. There we are. Please use a spoon when you're getting the little bits out. Look at that green stuff. Right, so now, a bit of magic. Hold on to this. I need you to just tell me, just give it a good squeeze and describe to me how it feels.
Quite firm, but you can tell it's right.
Okay, okay. Here we are. Now, tell me, are there any differences?
Squidgy, yeah.
That's
So
magic.
this loosens the sort of juices inside, doesn't
That's
it?
right. So now, bridge position, right in here. You just cut straight down.
Look at that.
That's right.
Juicy, juicy.
I'm gonna juice the lemon.
I'll put my fingers through to catch the seeds.
Sweet. This, my friends, is teamwork. Getting out all
The juice of the other one as well? Is it a whole lemon?
now we can just do half.
Cool.
Cool. It's always important to, remember the 6 golden steps and clean up your food prep area. So I'm just gonna move this to the side. All the stuff I don't need. Just chop the garlic up like we have before. Palm in your hand. Give it a good press.
You're becoming a pro.
I mean, I was already a pro.
Not really, but.
Always room for improvement. Let's give it a nice, clean cut. Yeah. Put that in there. Thank you so much. With the mint. Just gonna pop that in there. Make sure you get all of that good stuff. And then finally, some yogurt. Just gonna tip that all in. Put that here, put that there, and give it a good mix. Ensuring that all the flavors combine. Here we go. And that, my friends, is our Raita.
Okay, so now we're ready to dine. We've got our rice here, pre-cooked. All right, we've got the curry.
Nice.
I'm excited.
Raita in there just to balance things out.
A bit of our coriander. All right then.
Let's do it.
All right.
I'm excited.
That is actually very good. Teamwork.
This is some curry.
Thank you for watching, for tuning in. We hope that we've taught you something. If you want to share your recipes and your ingredients and how you've put your little twist on it, post and use the hashtag Summer of Food and Fun.
Remember, folks, it's always important to rock and roll.
All right, thank you for watching and bye. We're gonna enjoy this.
Is that most appealing?
I'm so confused.
Are we missing?
What?
Appealing. I'll pass you the coriander.
What do I do with the coriander?
You're gonna chop it.
You already chopped it.
What would you do if I wasn't here?
I'd be fine.
Debatable. Oh, that was so sick.
Do not kill me.